Question 22. We have a picture that has a sector OAB. We have an arc length that is given as 7.2 here in words, but also here in the diagram. We have an angle in this sector of 75, and the question is asking us for the area of the sector. Now, the formula for the area of a sector is as follows. We need to figure out the fraction of the circle, which is our angle out of 360, and we take that fraction and multiply it by the area of the whole circle. Now, we have our angle, 75. We obviously have 360 already, but we do not have our radius. Therefore, I cannot use this formula yet until I figure out what the radius is, which brings us to another piece of information that the question has given us, and that is the arc length. The formula for the arc length is very similar to what I've just wrote there, except instead of it being pi r squared for the area of the whole circle, it is pi d or 2 pi r, doesn't matter which of these you use. I'm going to use 2 pi r just now because of the fact that I want to figure out what r is, but you could use pi d, figure out what d is, and then half it, tomato, tomato. So I'm going to highlight this in r, and we have our left-hand side as being 70.2, and we also have our angle as being 75, sorry. So we sub this into our formula and we will get the following, after which then I can get r on its own, basically rearranging that formula. So what will happen is, if I multiply both sides by 360, divide both sides by 75, and while I'm at it, divide both sides by 2 pi, which technically means I'm going to divide both sides by 150 pi, then I will end up with our radius. How many steps you take to go from this to our final answer is entirely up to yourself. If you want to rearrange it one thing at a time, that is totally fine. What you will get from that is 5.5 centimeters is our radius, and we take that 5.5 and sub it into our formula for area. We once again have our angle as 75, and the rest is as follows: pi times 5.5 squared, and subbing that into the calculator will give us 19.8 centimeters squared because it's an area. That is us done.